What's up, guys? Razel here, and we're about to go into our third ranked game. But I want to talk a little bit about our previous ranked game, our second one. As you know, I had Nasus top, and we got countered pretty hard by Mundo. The AP Nasus gets countered pretty hard by really tanky people. If you keep building MR, he's not gonna be able to do as much damage. But what I was trying to do is just push the waves to his as much as I could. Um, he did get a couple of good ganks by Twisted Fate. I did receive a few ganks. However, Lux wasn't able to get her stuns that well, so we weren't able to control him that well. Also, Moon was really hard to kill. Like, holy shit, he just builds tank and HP, and he's so hard. And then with his ultimate being a low cooldown, he gains speed, he gains regen of his health, and he's basically uncatchable also. So every time we got a gank, we were close to killing him, but he was just too fast, and I wasn't able to catch him. So he just runs back to his tower, regenerates more than half his health, and he's good for a while. He was very tanky. He had good sustain, so he only backed every time I backed. So I would push to his tower as much as I could. I really couldn't stack up my Q because his cleaver did a lot of damage. He built like no damage most of the game, and he was just wrecking me with his Q. So I had to just basically push with my E. We did give an early kill to Mundo. Just I was surprised how much damage his cleaver did. So after that, I learned and just stayed back. Uh, our team was doing pretty good for a while, and so I wanted to keep Mundo up top. So I just kept on freezing the wave sometimes, and I would push sometimes just to keep him up there. Make sure he doesn't back or goes to bottom or mid, because we got mid tower first, I believe. Our Veigar was doing pretty good against the Victor. But yeah, things started going bad. He started losing a couple fights, and Veigar just like went completely tilted, started flaming Jin, and Jin started flaming Lux, and it was just a whole mess over there. So, I mean, it was good that I kept Mundo away from the fights for a while, because he's so tanky. They would have just won all the fights early game, because he's way tankier than I am. So, and they had a Vayne as well. So Vayne does a lot of damage to me. She does a lot of damage to tanks, actually, especially if they build HP. But wow, this Veigar was just like really toxic, and got me distracted for a little bit. As you know, we did this again. He did give a few intentional deaths. He was fleeting a little bit. He was just basically toxic. He was trying to give up. So, I mean, for a while, our team wanted to just keep going, pushing forward. They were trying to tell him to shut up and just keep playing. We was just toxic, talking about how I have like very little stacks, which I did check at the time. He had like around 160 something and had like 158 or something like that. So our stats are pretty much the same. I don't know if the stacks work the same for Nasus and Veigar, but I mean, if it's just have 150 58 stacks and he has 166, I mean, I call that pretty even. Especially since I wasn't able to stack up my Q that much, because Mundo was was tanky. I couldn't do any damage to him unless I was getting a gank, and even then we couldn't kill him. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. I don't. I feel like people that toxic should not be playing ranked. Like I get the rank is competitive and everything. Like if a teammate's doing bad, it's like okay, just help out. Just tell them to to play safe. Help out your winning lanes. Like, but he was just basically flaming. He was giving up, and it's just like he should not be playing ranked. Honestly, I went to look at his profile. PG24 the King. Actually, it's actually saved. If you look at his match history, he's not ranked right now. He's probably still playing his placements. Like, he's been playing ranked solo a lot. Defeat, victory, defeat, 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 victory, victory, defeat, victory, defeat, victory, victory, defeat, 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 defeat. All of these. He had lost 2 games before he played the one with me. I mean, he came in the game probably already tilted. He started off good. I mean, relatively, he didn't do that bad. He went 9 and 10. Bagar's pretty strong, like I said in the other game. Just get a few stacks. You got stun. You got so much damage as Vagar, especially his ultimate, because it's like an execution basically. And even just poking with his Q to the enemy, he gets stacks. So I mean, I feel like he should have had a lot more than what he did have, especially since I couldn't stack my Q. But yeah, if you can see, like he had 4 lost ranked games before he got to mine, and he was just basically toxic. I mean, I feel like, I mean, if you're losing that bad, especially in rank, maybe you should stop playing rank for a little bit, take a breather, play blind, play Aram or whatever you call it, just other little games. Just don't force yourself to playing ranked just because you want to. How you say? Just because you want to get done with your placements, because you're gonna end up doing bad. You're gonna end up like pulling your team along with you. Well, yeah, that's my little what's it called, rant before we start playing our third ranked game. This one was from last night, and I did have a victory before that. I did. I'm losing the Vagar game, but I did do pretty good. 12 and 8. It's not too bad. Unfortunately, sometimes your team comps or your teamwork doesn't work out. There's betters, and you just end up losing the game. I do have a few defeats going on, but I don't know, a few victories. I'm like in between victory, victory, remake, defeat, defeat, victory, 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 defeat, victory, victory. I like to feel like they're pretty even because I do have a few defeats there, but overall right now in the ranked we have 2 defeats. I feel like I'm not really tilted right now. I feel like I could play one more. If I end up losing that one, then I'll probably stop it for tonight. So we'll see how things go, and we're about to find out what happens, right? Thank you guys, and we'll see you in a little bit.